Hello, viewers. Welcome to another episode of Mandramradam. Today, we are going to see a temple which offers total salvation, no rebirths to every soul according to our philosophy. In fact, the Lord and the Mother over here promises this boon to every honest devotees. This temple is none other than Teperuman or Lord Vishwanatha Swami temple. This temple is very close to Tirunageshwaram. Come, let's see about the legend of this temple. The first uniqueness about this temple is not built exactly as per the Agamas. You would find the Ganesha shrine is backside of the main shrine. Even Mahavishnu's place is normally where one will find Brahma. And the unusual thing about Ganesha is the Ganesha himself is called as Kapala Ganapati. It is said that this Ganesha was established by the great Saint Adi Shankara. The shrine is in the southwest segment of the main Prakara. As per the Sthala Purana, during the Pralaya, Brahma saw that this is the only place which was not destroyed or submerged by the Pralaya waters. Brahma saw this place free from destruction. When he asked Lord Shiva about it, he in fact refused to release the secret. So he went to Vishnu. And Vishnu suggested that the only one person who could take Maya Rupam, invincible, indestructible form, Mriga Rupam, which is an animal form, and Manushya Rupam, the human form, could explain the secret. So Brahma approached Lord Ganesha for this, and Ganesha took the consensus of Lord Shiva. To comply with all the condition of three forms, Ganesha is in an elephant form with a human eyes, legs, toes, and fingers, and garlands were full of skulls, which is the Maya Rupam. And he appeared before Brahma and told him the secret. This place never will sink, nor will ever sink again, even during the Pralaya time, as this was a place where Adi Shakti, which is Maya Nidhi, she contained all the powers of the gods and kept them in a pot under her control and ruled over the worlds for 2 yugas. And as she was a woman, she also had a desire. So she opened the pot, and Ganesha came and he called her Amma, which is mother. Then he kept him aside. Then Vishnu came, called her sister, and she understood that he is not the distant partner, kept him aside. Next came Lord Shiva, and Lord Shiva looked at her with lust. So she realized Lord Shiva would be her partner. She asked him to come to her. Lord put a condition that she would give a written declaration that she would be her slave, otherwise she will not come. So Mayanadi agreed, and but put a counter condition that she would write it in mercury, convert it into a palm leaf, and throw it, and Shiva should be able to catch it without even a single spillage. Lord Shiva agreed, and when she threw the leaf, he caught it. Still, a small portion of mercury fell on earth. Mayanidhi started laughing, and Lord Shiva took a Vishwarupam and opened his third eye. She was converted into ash. The holy ash and the mercury fell in this place called Devarajapuram. As the Vishwarupam was too much for the world, Parvati came in and started preaching the four Vedas to the Lord and cooled his temper. Hence, here Goddess Parvati is called as Vedanta Nayaki. The Lord here is called as Vishwanathar or Naga Vishwanathar or Rudraksheshwarar. There are several miracles and unique thing about this temple. This was recorded when a cobra offered a Vilva Patra to the Lord on Surya Grahanam on January 15th, 2010. This was in fact captured in videos, and still photos exist which were even reported in the newspaper. The name Naga Vishwanatha is in connection with this equation with snakes. In fact, the outer skin of a snake is peeled, which is Pambu Chattai in Tamil, and in fact, the shrine had framed this Pambu Chattai, and it is still in display in this temple. During Pradosha time, the Archana is done, and Rudrakshams are actually offered to all the devotees who are come there. There is also a common belief at this place that Agastya Muni came to this site, and he wanted to have a darshan of the Lord. Since the Rishi was still having a rebirth dosham, I would say, the Lord did not give him a darshan. He asked Makaranda Rishi, who was performing the pujas to stop Agatyar from coming to this place, the Rishi took the form of Makaranda flowers and covered the entire area. Agastya could not reach the temple without stepping on the flower. When he used his spiritual powers, he understood that the flowers were in fact Makaranda Rishi. He asked the Rishi to move aside in order to avoid receiving any curse. The Makaranda Rishi refused. Agastya cursed him to be a yari, which is a lion faced animal. The Rishi explained that since Agastya was still subject to rebirth, he could not enter the place and he was only carrying out the orders of Lord Shiva. Agastya realized this as an issue, and in order to give a relief to the Rishi, he said the yari phase would become normal when he performs puja to the Lord with something which no one has tried earlier. The Rishi used substance like oil, milk, honey, and he was performing the Lord for over 50 years, but to no avail. One day, the Rudraksha mala around his neck pretty much snapped, and it fell on the Lord. As this was the first time Rudraksha was used in any Archana, the Rishi got back his normal face. From that time onwards, this practice continues in the temple even today. On the northern side of the Mahamandapam is the shrine of Vedanayaki Ambal. Her Vigraham is installed in such a way that she just wants to step out and be with the devotee and preach the Vedas. This is a very rare depiction of the Ambal. Near the Ambal shrine, there is a shrine containing two Bhairavas. One smaller Shanta Bhairavar, the other one is nearly a 5 feet tall Bhairavar. By the side of the Bhairava shrine is a special shrine for Shani Bhagwan with the hands on his hips. As per the Sthala Puranam, once Shani came to Ambal and told her the next day that he has to catch Lord Shiva for 7.5 narigas, which is around 3 hours. Ambal was petrified. So the next day, when Shani came to meet the Lord and keep him in his control, Ambal asked Shiva Peruman, Lord Shiva rather, to hide behind the nearby people tree, which is Arasamaram in Tamil. And she stood in front of the tree guarding the Lord. Shani came there, stood for 3 hours, and went back with a swagger, keeping his hands on his hips. When Ambal asked him the reason for his arrogant behavior, he told that he could arrest the Lord behind it, Arasamaram, or the people tree, as it is destined to. The Lord became extremely furious and took the form of Mahabhairava and tore Shani into two pieces. Shani then pointed out it was only his duty, and if he is not allowed, the entire human race would totally be in chaos, and he needs to pardon for his behavior. Lord Shiva understood his logic and gave him back his normal life. This explains the presence of both Mahakala Bhairava and Shani next to each other. When Ambal calmed the ferocious Kala Bhairava, he took a normal form and became Shanta Bhairava. That's why you find two Bhairavas next to each other. And when we come around the eastern gate from the main shrine, we find Nandi. The Nandi is not having his right ear. That's right. As per the legend, during the Pralayam, Nandi was searching for the Lord and came to this place which had not been submerged. When he was searching, his legs slipped and he fell on the right side, due to which the ear on that side went inside. It is said that the Lord consoled him, gave him a promise that those devotees who utter their prayers on the side where the right ear was present would have their wishes granted. Another interesting fact is that Dakshinamurti is on the southern side of the main shrine, which is also an unusual Murti. He faces southwest direction and is sitting on a Nandi without any disciples near his feet. The Nevedyam here is Parayasadam, the rice which is cooked in the previous day and immersed in the water usually. This is the only temple where such a offering is done. Hence, the name of this Dakshinamurti is Annadana Dakshinamurti. Murugan and his consorts appear on the northwestern of the temple. There is one more rare feature of this temple. The eastern side of the main shrine is constructed in a way that it acts like a window through which sun rays falls on the lingam. Only in this place you will find all the Navagrahas are facing the Lord Surya, which itself is in a unique way. The main shrine is believed to have been constructed by a mixture of honey and lime. These are some of the huge miracles and legends about this place. Please do visit this place. A detailed map is given below. Thank you, and do comment and subscribe to Mandramritam.